it was because of an abusive relationship that I became homeless.
You became homeless because of an abusive relationship?
Yeah.
Do you want to get more into that, or you don't have to if you don't want to?
Well, it really affected me as a person. I lost everything. I turned to drugs to help me cope with that.
I realized I'm a god. Think I heard a bit when I murder shit. In a moment I'll be taking off a tourniquet. When I burn him and I hit him in the sternum, I don't even gotta enter, but I'm gonna win the tournament. That's what I'm all about.
What's up, convict? You got today, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah? So we got Sarah with us today. So here goes. What's homelessness? How long have you, like, how old were you when you were first homeless? Let's start with that.
I've been homeless throughout my life.
You've been homeless throughout your life? Okay.
I always, I always went somewhere, then became homeless again.
Like, what do you mean by, like, went somewhere, like?
Well, like, because I had kids at a young age, I didn't really have any parents in my life.
Any support?
Yeah, so I basically raised myself.
You raised yourself?
Yeah.
I what, like?
You told me a pack of wolves raised you one time.
For real, that's what I say. Cause like I had my first kid at 13, right?
You had your first kid at 13?
Yeah.
How old is that child now?
She's 27.
She's 27 years old.
Yeah.
And were you there?
No.
No.
My mother.
Your mother was there?
Yeah. Well, my mother took her. She's not. I wouldn't really call her my mother because she wasn't really a mother.
She wasn't there for you.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, like.
Do you see your child ever?
I do, but we still have no kind of relationship. Like, she still has a lot of anger towards me because I gave her up.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, that was a long time ago. But anyways, I guess like for the past 5 years I was like homeless.
On and off homeless?
No, just
straight homeless.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, for the past 5 years. And like I did everything. Shut shit. It was because of an abusive relationship that I became homeless.
You became homeless because of an abusive relationship?
Yeah.
Do you want to get more into that, or you don't have to if you don't want to?
Well, it really affected me as a person. I lost everything. I turned to drugs to help me cope with that.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma. You go to drugs. That's what you do.
Yeah, because it was really abusive. I lost everything.
Are you clean now?
I'd like to say I am, but no. I do slip. Like I try to be. But it's hard. It's hard to come off a drug that's everywhere.
It's hard, yeah. Especially, it's the people.
Yeah.
Like, it's everywhere. You're in Edmonton, you know what I mean? Where you go outside, you see somebody,
Yeah.
they ask you.
Yeah.
Straight up. They know you, they don't know you. They ask you, you got windows?
Yeah, exactly, right? But I took, I didn't like being homeless. I hated it. I hated the people. I hated the lifestyle. I didn't hate them. I just didn't like.
They're not there. They're not friends.
Yeah,
they're not there for you. They're just.
because they have their own issues.
They're just there for what they want.
Exactly.
For what you have to give them.
And I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like being, cold and having nowhere to go.
Did you, so in the past like few winters it's been like minus 40, minus 50, were you homeless at that time?
Yeah. I had this, there was this one time where I there was a spruce tree and I made like a little fort with the branches and I slept under it while it was just like storming.
Okay.
And because I had nowhere else to go, but that's how I
How was that?
It was cold as fuck.
I can imagine.
I love her, man. Gangsta shit.
This guy said gangster shit.
But what could I do, right? Like,
She's the one.
What was I supposed to do? You know, I wasn't gonna like just give up on myself and
That's
die
facts.
right there. No, I was kidding.
No, I'm glad you didn't give up on yourself, man. You're still living. You're still out here living your life. You know, having fun.
Yeah, but yeah, I just got sick of it all, and I never ever thought till this day that I would ever get my own place again.
How did you get your own place?
The lifestyle I was living, the drugs, the drug scene, the people.
Were you selling it?
I was at first, yeah, and then I started using it and lost everything. And
So you said you're not homeless anymore. Like how did you get out of that
I turned to a housing program.
housing program?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I basically I knew no one was going to help me. I had to help myself.
Yeah.
So I
You had to do the research.
Yeah, I looked for places that could help me. So I turned to a housing program.
And what did they do for you?
Well, I went on their waiting list for a year and a half, and I eventually,
The waiting list was a year and a half.
that's how long I waited. But
You were just homeless for that year and a half?
No, for 5 years.
Yeah, I know, but like for that year and a half.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So you did a referral type of thing.
Yeah, I applied for
You applied for it, and then you were just kind of just sitting homeless waiting for them.
Yeah, and then I just constant, every day I would email them, and eventually they chose me.
They picked me. I'm the one.
No, but yeah, I eventually got into the program, and that's where I am now. It's helping
So
me a
what
lot.
do they do for you? They pay for your crib or?
They help me pay for my crib. At first they pay half of it, and then their program, after so many months, I have to learn
How to do that yourself?
Yeah.
How are you doing now? Are you getting a job or?
Because of my addictions, I have to work more towards my addictions, and the cause of why I turned to alcohol and drugs, the underlying issues, I guess. It's what I'm basically facing right now. It's hard.
But because this housing program is only going to help you for so long.
I think eventually, if I don't want to be homeless again.
You don't want to be homeless. No, you want out of that. So
Yeah, so I gotta help myself,
how do you think? How are you going to be getting out of that? How are you going to be doing that for yourself? How do you see that happening?
Just having goals
Having goals?
and working towards them.
What are your goals?
Going back to school,
Going back to school.
becoming.
Is that high school?
What you doing, cousin?
Hey, what's up?
Are you in high school? Or did
No.
you graduate?
No, I only made it to grade 7.
Grade 7.
Yeah, but I did some upgrading. But yeah, basically some upgrading.
So you have to go to Northwest and do all of that.
Yeah. That's basically what I'm working on.
I'm in college to be a social worker. I can try to get you that funding.
That's awesome.
I can try to help you get that funding. We all need that schooling, man.
Yeah, it's something I look forward to. Going back to school and helping, I guess,
Turns gave me a red.
people and
Helping people out, man.
yeah.
Man, you have a hell of a story.
Yeah. But yeah, I've done every day.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself going to college, but more helping
She has a little bit.
kids.
Helping kids?
Yeah.
Like foster care type of thing?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much. What's your name again, Sarah?
Sarah.
Thank you so very much, Sarah, for sharing your story with us. Much love and respect. Help share awareness and whatnot. Subscribe, like, share, and comment.
I realized I'm a god. Think I heard a bit when I murder shit. In a moment I'll be taking off a tourniquet. When I burn him and I hit him in the sternum, I don't even gotta enter, but I'm gonna win the tournament. That's what I'm all about.